Hello, you're watching WX, and today let's rant about 以爱为营 Only for Love. I've watched actually 24 episodes and I don't think I can continue anymore. Honestly, I am very impressed by myself by the fact that I actually sat through 24 episodes of this drama. And I think I've collected 5 epic crappy dramas this year from Chinese dramaland that really can create this magical power diagram, north, south, east, west, in the middle ground. And often they're represented by different elements or different sacred mythological animals, and I've collected my 5 most poisonous Chinese drama diagram of this year, and I have completed it with 以爱为营 coming into the picture. So in my diagram, on the north, we have Hou Lang sitting there, Gen Z, because Gen Z is about let's create a perfect girl to be my daughter-in-law, and 以爱为营 Only for Love is for the female to find the dad. Then to the east, we should have 长月烬明 till the end of the moon, where the female second, because of the fact that she exists, is her biggest sin. Then to the west, we should have Fireworks of My Heart. That drama has a guest star male character. Because of the fact that he outshines the lead characters, therefore he deserves the joint effort against him from the director, the writer, the platform to attack a character and also people who love the character. So I think that's a perfect pair. Then in the middle ground, let's just slap in Hidden Love because it has something it does that no other dramas ever dare touching. We complete, therefore, the diagram of the 5 positions of the most sinful dramas in Chinese dramaland of 2023. It's unfortunate that I am not a magician because I feel if I can do some magic by completing this diagram, I can actually release some great evil onto this planet. That aside, let's get back to talk about 以爱为营. Only for Love is the type of drama where the only value it contains is for people to watch and laugh at it. I admit I watch it with a very sarcastic mindset, basically trying to see how far Chinese dramaland can sink. This drama's lighting, skin smoothing, color grading is on the worst end that Chinese drama can provide. Everybody is completely smoothed out. They're overlit, there's no contrast. It makes everybody actually look a lot uglier, makes all their features become less pronounced. They all look like melted wax figure. And then this drama has the most ridiculous camera movement you can imagine for contemporary drama. The director loves spinning his camera for no good reason. I guess he feels that's more dynamic. But since this director has been caught on set saying that gobbling is outdated and his idea about telling a romantic story is so much more advanced, I guess we shouldn't be very surprised with the end product quality, a live example of the Dunning-Kruger effect. He would also use angles that does not make sense. He shoots a lot of things from literally floor level looking up because we're literally being stepped on by main characters' shoes. Then when it comes to line delivery, yes, our actors use their own voice, but holy shit, the 2 leads line delivery. All I can say is Wang Hedi should consider hiring the dubber who dubbed him in Tang Lanjue permanently. And thank heavens Tang Lanjue didn't ask him to use his own voice. That would be a totally different drama and it would be completely unwatchable. If the silent Shi Yan can somehow still pull off the leader of a big venture capital company and a rich second generation, the moment he opens his mouth, he becomes somebody selling cell phone cases in an underpath. Not that there's any problem with that kind of job, but it totally is not his character. It bursts the bubble of the storytelling space and breaks the 4th wall without the actor staring at the camera. And those are just the basic production quality side of things. When we look at the actual text, the body of the drama, I cannot even pick out one thing that this drama has that in any way fits the basic understanding of human civilization of 21st century. I don't see how any of the values that this drama advocates through our main character's behaviors, language, makes sense for our current time. First, let's look at the female character played by Bai Lu, a very successful journalist of a magazine that's focused on finances and economy. Supposedly, she's got a lot of journalist awards. She's often getting front page of her magazine, and she constantly gets praised by everybody surrounding her. Whether it's her best friend, her colleague, her boss, random people on the street, or just extras at a banquet that she happens to walk into, everyone would find an opportunity to praise how pretty she is. That is the first layer of objectification of a female character from a storytelling's perspective. And the worst part of that is the female character never questions about that, never had a problem about that. When people say it in her face, emphasize that her value is in her prettiness, she actually enjoys it, smiles at it, feel, oh, maybe you're complimenting me a little bit too much, I'm slightly embarrassed, but she never finds it's a problem, and it's just unimaginable for a 21st century successful female journalist to not even have that realization that she is being literally equaled to a pretty vase right in her face. In terms of her personal value and moral, it is also unbearably archaic. The whole reason that she tried to pursue the male lead is based on the fact that her ex cheated on her on a girl who she thinks is this guy's niece. Get him as her trophy so that she would become the aunt to the girl that her ex cheated upon if they ever ended up in the family dinner situation in the future. I am one generation in the family ranking above you, and that's my way of getting back at my cheating ex. And when she finishes an article of an interview of this guy, she would actually send it to him for approval, which, like, does it happen to any magazines, really? When you are actually a really major magazine and you are a famous journalist, I just don't see how that's possible. The guy refuses to pass that draft for 3 times, and she immediately thinks it could only be because the guy wants to see her. I am so good a journalist. Even my editor has never been able to pick anything wrong with my writing. And how can you even refuse my draft? It could only be that you're looking for an excuse so that I can come up to you middle of the night, walk into your apartment while you decided to dress in pajama and you start drinking wine. And I would actually kneel like close to you and show you the laptop of my new draft in your face when our face now is like literally an inch away from each other. Sexualize a professional woman in that way so that you can create sweet sugar romantic bubble story. How disgusting the director, scriptwriter are. Girls don't ever believe in that. Don't stupidly walk into strangers, like a super rich stranger's penthouse, middle of the night. Usually, it's a psycho serial killer case that's gonna happen right after, not romantic story. As the drama goes on, it will continue, give you absolutely shocking moments, such as the female lead is having a hot pot with the male lead. He gets a call, which comes from his real niece, who's in trouble because of a car accident type of thing, and she's calling her uncle for help, come and save me. And our female lead will literally complain in a super bitchy way. Oh, I'm an adult, I'm fine and can eat hot pot my own, and I would not really have a problem when people look at me weird because I'm doing it alone. Go ahead and take care of your family business and I'll be totally fine. She would be like speaking like that and then give you that expression. And the guy in the story decided to not go help his niece and sat down and decided, well, let me have hot pot with you. My niece's life and death or any problem is like not important. You know, like family comes second when I have a potential romantic relationship partner. So in this drama, the female lead character is completely decimated by the archaic values and absolutely dehumanizing ideas about what makes a woman attractive. She's not a sovereign human being to start with, and nobody respects her actually in the story as an individual. The best value she can provide is being pretty, and then to herself, she completely internalizes that. She thinks that's totally fine. And every second of every day when she is awake, the only focus she has is to keep having a romantic relationship with a guy. In the drama, when she gets harassed at night on the street by a group of guys, the male lead drops out of nowhere, comes to her rescue, pulls her away, and in the elevator going back to her home would tell her, don't you know how pretty you are? And why do you dress like that at night to go out? Don't you know that how easy you can attract these men? Basically telling a woman that if she gets raped, it's because she didn't dress properly. And for a successful journalist woman, I cannot imagine that that would sit correct with her. But in the drama, her reaction was actually, I'm so happy that you think I'm pretty. I really wish the elevator has crushed in that moment. And let's just bury the whole drama and the two leads and the useless storytelling of Only for Love in that moment. And that would make me so much happier. Then when we look at the male lead character, well, he's the patriarch, he's the dad of the story. Most of the other male characters and actors are actually older than the actor and the character in the story, but does not matter. He's our male lead character. He's the rich second generation. He's the genius of venture capital. He creates his own company. He just doesn't want to inherit his father's business. He wants to create his own world. He's the dragon and son of heaven in the story. Therefore, everybody kisses up his ass. And he constantly reminds people of how cool and how successful and how matured he is by just pushing his glasses in the most pretentious way. In terms of acting, Wang Hedi looks like a kid trying to play house and pretend to be an adult. And then in terms of the character itself, it is so paper thin, two-dimensional, having no real human emotions, having no actual logic about anything. His actions is again, totally only existing for the purpose of creating the romantic encounters time and time after with the female lead. And he's written on paper as such a despicable, stinking with misogyny man that I cannot imagine if this type of person exists in real world that any woman would be interested in him. Even just for his money, probably you'd think twice because it's unbearable to be in a relationship with this guy. He completely thinks the female lead is a thing, not a human, and he fully owns her. Therefore, when they are in a complete business and working environment, and he sees the female lead is exchanging WeChat with another man, he would suddenly raise his voice to signal the woman to stop doing that. I haven't given you permission to exchange your contact with another male. And earlier I've already said, in the elevator, when he accused her of dressed too prettily to go out at night. And if you watch the drama while all the live comments are rushing across Mango Television's app at those moments, it will be an even more eye-opening experience because you'll see so many comments there saying, this is so sweet and romantic. What? This is a horror movie. This is like some kind of potential domestic violence brooding for the future. And this type of man is somebody that anybody should run away from, regardless of your gender relationship with that person, like as fast as you can. And yet this drama uses all those tiny plots and moments as a device for sprinkle sugar, for forcing artificial sweetener down the audience's mouth. So basically in this drama, we have a completely objectified female lead character who happily objectifies herself and a male lead who is a kid playing an adult and thinks he's the king of the world and who literally enslaves every other person in his life and thinking it's totally fine. And this is a romantic story between these two unbelievable specimens of Homo sapien of 21st century produced by Chinese drama. Wow. I am so sorry for international audiences if your eyes and ears happen to be tainted by such poisonous stuff coming from China. I assure you, China is a country with a lot of sane people, and this type of value is not generally understood as the right thing. I really cannot find any excuse for the director, scriptwriter, main actors who conspired together to create such a piece of crap and put it out in 2023. Whatever your excuse is, you have that out there, then you should get judged by the world. And if you get laughed at and criticized, it's just what you deserve. So at the end of this video, I would say 以爱为营 Only for Love is a drama that unless you are watching it for similar reasons as I have to basically find the faults in it and laugh at it and make a video like this rant about it, there really is no need to watch it. And frankly speaking, I really wish the world would not discover this drama. It's like 家丑不可外扬. Dirty things and skeletons in the closet of your own family's things should stay inside and not go out on public display. But then we have internet and this drama is on Mango Television. It's gonna go to the world. And there will be people who actually like it. I don't know why, but you will like it for whatever reason that might be. I can see it from a wider perspective, that maybe it has its value in the sense that it creates an opportunity for you to discover the contrast that exists in this world and for you as a person to choose what you want so that you learn to discern you become more clarified in your ideas about who you want to be. If we have to force some kind of high-level value and perspective things, like most of the Chinese students always are taught in school to write the last paragraph of your essay as, then this is what I can think of as the highest value of this drama. But if you happen to be somebody who got really offended by the plot, I apologize for the fact that it's produced by my fellow Chinese people. And in this particular industry of storytelling, I hope I never need to come across paths with people who think it's okay to put out this type of stuff. Thank you for watching Avenue X. I'll see you in my next video. Meanwhile, live long and happy.